So today I'm going to be showing you a sample transcript by year and a sample transcript by subject. So let's start off with the one by year. You can see on the very top it says obviously official high school transcript. If you have your student's information, your full name, address, phone number, email address, date of birth, parent, guardian, and then up here you have your homeschool or name of homeschool. And again, your name of homeschool can be whatever you want it to be. It can be like your last name. Let's just say this, for example, you could be Smith Academy like they did here. And for the email, I would suggest, again, making your own email for your school. So it just makes everything easier. As you can see, obviously the fake phone number they have is the same for both. And then your school year here, 9th grade is the first level. So let's see, 9th grade, they usually have English, Algebra 1. I've noticed how important it is to make sure you always have your science has a lab. And that pretty much means that you have some type of experiment or multiple experiment that you show that you know, like for example, if it's botany, you know the certain structure of a plant, you know what you're talking about. So you're not just reading, you actually have an example you can show, and there's many different ways you can do that. I know there's things online for that. They have geography. Latin is, sometimes some colleges don't see that as being a real language because it's a dead language. So I would recommend, again, whatever college you're interested in, check to see if they count that as a real language. I think just to be safe, I would stay away from Latin. I mean, if that's your like official 2-credit language, you know, you can have that as maybe an elective, but again, unless the college that you want to apply to says they see that as a valid language. And then you have your 10th grade. So again, you always are going to need like 4 Englishes, as you can see here, the overview, 4 Englishes, 4 maths. Let's see, they're counting geography here as your history, U.S. history, and they have world history here, and then economics. So 4 years of that too. So you can count, again, fine arts as drawing. You can count any of like your art if you are somebody that draws a lot or paints. You can count that. If you're someone who sews a lot, you can count that. At the very bottom here, it says the academic summary. You have your cumulative GPA, and if your diploma was earned, and then as the principal, as the parent, you are going to sign off that your kid has reached the expectations of an average high school, or you sign them off, and then this is your transcript. This is what you submit when you apply to a college. This is your transcript by year, so it's 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And now the other one I'm going to show you is a sample transcript by subject. So this is how this looks. Again, I prefer by year, but some people prefer by subject. It makes it easier for them, whatever. So you have your English language arts, your foreign language. They have 4 credits of foreign language. 2 is, required. If you want to do 2 more, go ahead. Like if you were doing, maybe 2 years, if you wanted to do 2 years of Latin and 2 years of Spanish, you can do that. Because just in case if Latin's your college doesn't count that. Or then you have your 4 years of math, 4 years of science, 4 years of social studies, your electives, your fine arts. Again, that's what they've decided. You don't have, fine arts is not a requirement, nor is physical education, at least for our state. And then on the very bottom here is your grading scale. And then up on the second page here to your right, we have legal name of your homeschool. The legal name, again, could be just whatever you want it to be. Don't let the legal name thing trip you up, so you think that, it has to be like, we don't have an official name. No, it could just be Smith Academy or whatever you want it to be. And then this is the school attended to, your name, your address. Okay. If you're someone that has a lot of activities, awards, and achievements, hobbies, volunteer work, you can write that in here. Standardized testing information. This is if you took the ACT, SAT, whatever test you took. Then this is, your signature, legal name of Homeschool. It's about the same. I'll try to have both linked in the description. But this is just an example, so if you're wondering how it should look, this is again how it should look. Now I will go through in more in depth. So now if you are still trying to build your curriculum, I'll have some other links to my videos in the descriptions that will help you. Again, like I have a video that goes 5 easy steps on how to build a curriculum. I will also show you an example of if you don't know exactly what to do, like what subjects to have. This is usually like what people mostly use. This is again from Florida Virtual School, but again, this is kind of how it is across the board. So you have your 4 English credits, your 4 math credits. That's always required. Your science, 3 credits, history, 3 credits. Again, like we did 4 for both of those, just because we felt like it was, if our core subjects are going to be 4 for English and math, why not have these be 4 too? But again, it's not required. Then they have physical education and fine art as a credit. Physical education is not required for our state. We do have art, but not fine art. World language is 2 credits, and then elective 6 credits. So as you can see, look at this. So 9th grade they have English 1, Algebra 1, World History, Earth, Space, Science. Again, this is what their example is. It seems like the subjects that you always will see is English 1 through 4, Algebra 1 and 2, Geometry. You always will have 2 years of world language. Biology is always there. United States history, United States government, economics you always will see. What else? Always some type of art. World history. And if you want to go into more specific history, like we have Chinese history and culture. That's just a course we designed on our own. But this is a good example. I don't know exactly what to get. This is what I used in the beginning when I didn't know what books to get. I used this list. So it really helps me figure out, okay, what would look nice to have on my transcript? What is required? What do I need to have? And then you can see here, it's always the recurring ones. You always will have an English, you always will have biology. Make sure you have a lab. They want that to be mentioned because I've seen that in a lot of homeschool things, because the big thing is, did you take your science with lab? And here is another one I found this one. This is, let me see, this is a high school progression worksheet. So this is exactly what credit, what year, what course. You can just look at this and then, get a general idea of what you're supposed to be doing. If you're taking AP is advanced placement, and DE is dual enrollment and things. The grade, extra GP, and then your total credits at the bottom. I didn't make this template, but again, this is a great example for you to make your own. Okay, so another one is your suggested timeline. See, a lot of people believe in taking a precursor to like the ACT or the SAT. So in 9th grade, they recommend that you do the PSAT in October, sign up in August at a local public or private school. We didn't do this. If you want to do that, you're not very good at test taking, probably would be a good idea. But I feel like if you're someone who gets like really stressed about tests, it's better to take your time just to practice than instead of just doing the test. But if that's a way for you to get in your head, then that is an option. In 9th grade, as soon as first high school level course is completed, put on transcript. That's very true. It's a lot easier if you, like I showed you before, if you have whatever you have like for your 9th grade, and once you finish that year, you just write it in the transcript. So when it comes to be 12th grade or 11th grade, you don't have to type everything in from 9th to 12th grade. You just already have, the grades that you previously completed already filled in. Thank you for watching. This was my video on how a transcript looks and how to make one. New videos will be coming soon. I will do a Q&A video next, so if you have any questions,
make sure you comment them down below, and I'll collect them and I'll answer them in our upcoming video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. See you next time.